So, this game was wild. And you're gonna see pretty quick why I entitled it Intentional Feeding 2 Electric Boogaloo. Because, okay, so the other team has Blitzcrank mid, Riven support, and Yasuo jungle. This is partially my fault, because the Yasuo player is a Kayn one-trick, and I banned Kayn. But apparently his backup is Yasuo jungle. Blitzcrank is super mad about having a Yasuo jungle and a Riven support, so he does this nonsense. We didn't notice in time, so he got executed. But that kind of sets the tone for the game. Normally a Blitzcrank means a jungle invade, which is why we're all sitting in this bush. I see Yasuo actually did the right thing and warded my red. Yeah, Blitzcrank just kind of runs it down. I don't know where he's going. Oh, right. That's right. He's going to get executed again. He doesn't want to give Azir the kill gold, so he just runs around to the second tier tower. It's not... I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny. Don't do this to your team. It's not cool. I reported Blitzcrank after the game. Everyone should report this behavior when they see it. He was ranting in all chat about, you know, having a Riven support in Yasuo jungle and how that means he's justified in doing this. And no, he's not. Like, unorthodox team comps are not an excuse to just run it down and throw the game. That was me typing back at him. So Yasuo is going for a full clear. I am not, because, you know, Kinsha hits level 3 and ganks. Blitz has finally started to kind of lane normally. For the moment. Except for the whole just standing there getting hit part. And both my top and mid are pushed, so I go hunting for Yasuo. Take his romp and jump him and get his flash. Meanwhile, bot lane, Draven here is just tearing it up. Surprised it took Yasuo so much time to back. I probably tried to tell this top laner, I honestly wasn't paying attention. Not a whole lot happening. Blitzcrank is alone in the mid lane because our laner back to spend. I'm coming around to get the second Scuttle Crab. And bot lane is, and Draven is still like zoning out his lane opponents and crashing the wave into the tower. Because Draven. And Silas and Viego are just trading. Here's the dragon coming up.
Red team double kill.
And Draven double kills his lane opponents mid-gank.
A summoner has reconnected.
Yasuo walks into my jungle right through a control ward. Unfortunately for him, I had just cleared all of this, so he just wastes a whole bunch of time. Except then he decides to chase Brand back into my jungle. And as anyone who knows my jungling style knows, I punish trespassers. And stay out. I don't know what Yasuo is doing. You know, even apart from Yasuo not really being a viable jungle champion, attempting to gank bot lane when they're that far behind is essentially suicide. You should play around your strong laners. He doesn't really have any strong laners, but he really should have gone top, because that is the least bad, and it's pushed. Meanwhile, I'm stuck with nothing to do but power farm on a champion that really wants to gank because all of my lanes are winning so hard I can't get in there. Misfortune rotated mid to get away from Draven more than anything else, probably. And because she's there and Blitzcrank considers her to be taking his farm, he just runs it down again. Yeah, he's pinging at her. Yeah, he wants her out of his lane. Well, and I will oblige him. In exchange for her heal. Yasuo comes to gank Draven while already at half health, because that's a good idea. Generously donating red buff to Brand. But yeah, off meta is one thing, but intentional feeding just wrecks the game for everybody. Like, with this Blitzcrank's behavior, his team definitely wasn't having fun, and there's only so much fun we have when there's no challenge to the game. Because his bot lane just double killed, I decided to go for the dragon. Didn't know they had a ward down there, but it doesn't matter because Yasuo is way up here in the top jungle. Blitzcrank's not going to do anything, and their bot laners are still walking back. Draven is slow to respond. He was actually upset when I went for the smite because, I mean, not mad, but disappointed because he was apparently working on an Eternal that required him to participate in epic monster takedowns. So, he didn't quite get there in time to do damage to the dragon. That's okay, I get him stacks later on in the game once he told me that. Like right now. Because he just missed the dragon, he wants to go to the Rift Herald. So we do that. Yasuo kind of did the right thing by going top there, but that gank was horribly executed. He tried to lane gank, and then walked into my jungle to try to steal my red. in plain view of my laner doing that. In plain view of my laner. I was gonna give that to Draven, but he walked away, so. And I leave him to get the solo gold from the tower, because concentrating resources is better for the team's health, even though we really didn't need to optimize that way with the way their mid is behaving. But yeah, stacking resources onto one player is better than spreading them out, because then you get a hyper carry. I go for a little bit of counter jungling and decide not to press my luck. Although I should have realized that Yasuo was bot, so I could just farm that all I wanted. I can get Blitzcrank off the tower. He actually attempts to escape from me. I don't even know what this Riven is doing. God. But yeah, you get the idea. Basically, don't do this to your team. I mean, I think Draven was outplaying his lane opponent so well, I think it was going to happen anyway, but running it down does not help anybody and is a reportable offense for good reason. You know what, I'm just going to follow Draven. Because he's doing all the interesting stuff. Now taking tower. And he wants the dragon because of his eternal. So I take this while the dragon's spawning, and then we'll get him his stack. And I misunderstood and thought he had to last hit it, as opposed to just doing damage to it, so I walked away and let him finish it off. Which he's perfectly able of doing. Oof. Getting the big shutdowns. Wow, that, let's give a shutdown double kill to Yasuo, not that it mattered in the end. Blitzcrank flashing a mastery token, like that. I go for some more counter jungling and discover that the bottom side jungle is cleared out. So instead, I go gank Misfortune. And she's discovered that she's worth basically nothing.
Legendary.
Get almost as much gold out of a jungle camp. Let's see if Draven can 1v3. Don't know if he could or not because Silas came in there, but he probably would have come close.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
If you get good at playing Draven's little mini game with catching the spinning axes, he can become pretty gross.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
That attracts all four to the mid lane while they have waves pushed to both of their side turrets.
Killing spree.
I say all four, all five. I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't see any of them anywhere else on the map though. Okay. Azir AFK'd. So we actually wound up winning this 4v5. Spoilers. But, so Azir AFK'd, like, right in the middle of the game, not sure why.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
It actually auto-offered us the opportunity to surrender, which is why we had that surrender vote. Someone just pressed yes. But the rest of us weren't going to go for it because of, you know, how hard we're winning. They could have turned it around if they had started playing well once the 4v5 started. However, Draven 2-fed and Blitzcrank never took the game seriously.
Rampage. Shut down.
Summon the Rift Herald and destroy the turret without it, so instead we get the Rift Herald and the inhibitor turret, which is pretty great. And the Herald's still alive to go hit the Nexus. And no, go hit the inhibitor. I keep saying Nexus instead of inhibitor, I don't know why. We really didn't need to teleport in, we had it, but... That's okay, we can go ham. They start taunting at the fountain when I said about actually, you know, achieving objectives. I don't know what Yasuo is doing, you know, dashing all the way out there. I actually die there at the end because Blitzcrank manages to get a grab on me. But this is going to be over our next push. Winions! Yasuo flashes away from Bran and then dies to the minions. Tis to laugh. back up and I'm running in. But I'm not going to make it, I don't think. Yeah, Draven just wins here. Making sure to pick up all the buildings to, you know, maximize his score. Well, that's game. Don't feed, guys. It's just not good for anybody. Also, don't AFK. This game was just wild. I'm just glad I was on the winning side of it, but still, winning this way is really not great. So, hope you enjoyed the video and hope you learned something. And, that's it. Paladin out.